So I wanted to show you the MaxxStick Web Configurator. This is going to be a pretty high level overview of it, right? So essentially what I wanted to show you was that initially we had developed the MaxxStick app and had put a bunch of different options within MaxxStick app, such as 76-degree movement lock, fast turns, things like that. But all you got to do is really say yes or no to any of them. And so we wanted to kind of expand on that and give you guys much more options. So what this does is when you connect to the MaxxStick, if you're using the newest firmware, it'll allow you to connect to it. You can essentially see your movement here, as well as you can make a number of edits and changes, right? So I'm just going to quickly run through them, right? So in the settings one, you get to choose the type of keyboard mode and input X input mode you want. And any changes you do on this page automatically get sent to the joystick. So essentially you don't have to like hit upload or anything like that, and it'll automatically get sent and update. So it's simple as that. You can do calibration things like changing how big your dead zones are, both outer and inner, right? So you can basically go and start playing with this, allowing you to do weird things, such as you can immediately go to max movement, things like that if you really want to, or change it down to that. You can change your forward direction, not just at 40 degrees, but whatever you want. You literally just press this, hold this at whatever you want, hit the go, and it will basically lock that in. So like for instance, if I want to set to there, boom, it's done, right? So things like that. And then you can also rerun the calibration routines here in case you wanted to adjust your center point or extremes, things like that. In terms of 76-degree movement lock, we're now calling that just movement settings, right? So we can enable that. And what we can do is instead of the default is 75.9, you can change that to whatever you want, right? So if you want it at 70, you can do that, right? So that becomes your new sort of like maximum movement point. You can change how big a zone do you want to have for the movement, so that basically defines how large a region of your joystick movement that will basically still lock it in at whatever you set your lock angle to. And then on top of that, we have our fast turn mode. So now we have two different options. So we have the option that's very similar to anti-micro, where so first of all, forward region defines the sort of normal area, and then after that, the like anti-micro would do, which is basically would make your character jump, your angle jump more. This was what this does here. So this is right now set to 30. So when you exceed this point, it goes to 30 degrees further down, right? So you can increase that if you want, or you can make it smaller, things like that. Beyond that, you also have angle multiplier, and angle multiplier is the other option where outside of this gray area, which is that 12.5 degrees, you can essentially define how much does 1 degree of motion left or right do, right? In this case, it's doing 1.8 degrees worth of motion, so you can even make it go more than that, right? So like every degree of motion now is 5 degrees on this app. So like we can basically make all of these edits really quickly, change it to whatever you like. If you don't like it, you can literally just hit the factory reset and calibrate, and it'll literally reverse back. So I'm going to press that button right now. It asks me to do a few circles, and once we're done those circles, we hit OK and press the thumbstick, and we're good to go, right? So we're back to normal, right? So we can readjust to whatever we want, things like that. So yeah, this is for you to play with, enjoy, right? Hopefully you can find a mode that works really great for you, and we go from there. Thank you.